Hello again. It's Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. Talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the weekend. We are so glad that you have joined us headed into the Memorial Day weekend. Steve Post here in the Hercules Tires studios, joining us from the great state of Pennsylvania, Ashley Stremme. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
I am excited because I'm going to see you in just a few hours.
I know, it is so great. Weichert weekend, and really it's all part of Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is racing. When you think about the Indianapolis 500, the Coca-Cola 600, the little 500 in Anderson. Ashley, it's the traditional kickoff of summer. We do it big at Port Royal coming up this weekend, of course, but across the board, it's such a big weekend of racing.
It really is. Even in the dirt world, there's so many tracks that are running 4 nights this weekend with a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even a Monday show. So it's absolutely incredible. If you can't find a race somewhere this weekend, that's on you.
Yeah, shame on you, and that is on you. You need to get out and support your local racetrack. And all weekend long, we're in Port Royal, Pennsylvania at the Weichert Memorial. And with that, let's take a look back, actually, at 2019, I believe it was. We're celebrating the Weichert Memorial. It was a prelim night. Logan Wagner and Danny Dietrich going at it for the win.
And now for the Dryden Death-defying move of the week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track moves.
Danny Dietrich all over the back bumper of Logan Wagner. Wagner will go down the bottom. Dietrich will try and slide back up to the top. Lucas Wolf gets back around Lance Suisse as Danny Dietrich gets a run off at turn number 2. He'll go to the bottom. Slide job. Danny Dietrich. Can he complete the pass? New leader of Weichert's Livestock, number 29 of Danny Dietrich with 6 laps to go.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All Death, the official death of the World of Outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
Pride, passion,
performance.
We are
Team Dryden.
Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit rolling along. Brent Marks is our guest from up in the great state of Pennsylvania. Joins us on the Hercules Tire Hotline. Hello, Brent. Welcome into Wing Nation.
I appreciate you having me on again. Thank you.
Always great to chat with you, that's for sure. Brent, you found yourself in a situation in April where you needed to make a change. You started the year with CJB Racing, and you decided to fire up the family operation. Can you share with us just what all goes into that decision process to make a big change during the running of a season?
Yeah, I mean it's a hard decision for anybody to make, and but it was just something that had to happen, and I had a great opportunity there, and spent a good, I think, year and a half together there. So it's just it was a good moment for me to grow as a person and a driver, and I appreciate the opportunity that they provided me there. But not everything lasts forever, and we just had to go our separate ways, and went back to my family car, and things have been going great ever since going back. So just very happy with the way things are going right now, and just in the process of rebuilding my team, and things are just looking up right now.
Brent, you talk about going back to that family car, and years ago when you started with the World of Outlaws full-time, you talked about how hard it was to wear the many hats of an ownership role versus a driver role. Getting back into that, what's that been like, trying to build this so quickly, and the sponsors that you have, making sure they're still on board, to come back so quickly in your family team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is as far as the sponsor aspect goes, this is all kind of a sponsor-based decision, and to have their support has been unreal, and things are looking up there as far as all that goes. So I'm just really happy with the way everything's going. But to go back to my team during this, in the middle of the season is very, very hard. But fortunately for me, back in 19, the whole CJP deal came together so late that I had already kind of purchased and had everything sent in, as far as parts goes, for my team, and so I had already everything sitting here, and now we're in the process of just getting everything back together and building depth, and it's just a lot of work to cram in a short period of time because generally you have 2.5 months to get it done, but we're trying to do it here in a few weeks. So just trying to put all the pieces back together. It's hard, and it's time consuming, and but we're getting there, and just very fortunate to have great people backing me, and I'm very thankful for that.
Well, you talk about it's going well, and I would say so. You picked up the Ray Tilley Classic at Selinsgrove win, Kevin Gobrecht Classic down at Baps Motor Speed. I think that was your first win down at Baps in a 410. And then you roll out to that little place called Eldora for Let's Race 2 and win a World of Outlaw race. Strong weekend in Pennsylvania with the World of Outlaws. The expectations, are you exceeding them with your performance, or how did this thing fall together so quickly and so strongly?
Yeah, I mean, when you go back to when I went back to my team here, I wasn't too sure about how strong we were going to come out of the box. But over the last year and a half, I kind of just sat down and jotted some ideas down of things I wanted to try and just experiment with. And since going back to my team here, I just figured now was kind of the best time to try some of those ideas I had. And the first night out, we went to Port Royal, and that was just a major disaster for us, and we just were not very good at all. And that was just kind of me not being very prepared and just getting to the racetrack and just trying to get laps. But after that night, I came back here to the shop, just sat down, and was like, I'm going to try a lot of these ideas that I had, and we're going to work on it moving forward here to see if, to just see if we can get good and get better than what we were in the past. And went out and won that night, and I just kind of been working on it, fine-tuning it ever since, and going to different racetracks, and then it seems to be working everywhere we go right now. I just got to find that sweet spot for every racetrack, but I'm just very thrilled with how things are rolling right now, and we just have to make sure we keep it up and keep working hard and not slip, and because I don't want to get myself in a position to where I'm just kind of chasing my tail and not just kind of falling off. So I just have to just continue working hard and making sure that we just don't get too overconfident with things, just because this sport is very very demanding, and it can throw a curveball at you very quickly. So I'm just proud of what we've been able to accomplish here lately, and been running really good at all the World of Outlaw shows, and every show we've been really racing, we've been running pretty good. So, and I'm just really happy with how this team's rolling.
Yeah, we talked about those wins along the way, but that World of Outlaw race at Lincoln, you were, I'm telling you, had that lap car not had a problem. That was insane how good your car was, and it's so neat to see. It really is. Hey, Brent, hang in there with us. Everyone else stick around. More with Brent Marks in just a moment.
Hey, Ashley, what are you up to?
Oh, I just stopped by to grab some sage fruit apples. Now I just have to decide which ones.
You can never go wrong with a Honey Crisp. They're light, crisp, and full of perfectly balanced flavor.
Oh, hey.
You could always go with one of their classics, the Gala or Fuji. They're both sweet and juicy.
Grown in the heart of Eastern Washington, Sage Fruit Company works hard on the farm and with their retail partners to provide high-quality apples and pears to consumers all year long.
Well, I couldn't decide which ones. Thanks for the help, guys.
I'll race you to checkout.
Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. Rolling along here, talking sprint car racing. We're joined on the Hercules Tire Hotline by Brent Marks. Brent, Pennsylvania is so rich in history, and this weekend at Port Royal, we celebrate a part of that history, the Weichert Memorial. Just Weichert, Pennsylvania sprint cars. It all kinds of go together, and it's at a racetrack that I think you tend to like Port Royal as well.
Yeah, Port Royal is one of my favorite tracks. I really enjoy racing up there, and I love how they get the track. You get, it's a big, fast half mile, but they get it to the point to where the cars slow down and we can move around and just have a good quality race. And it's just a lot of fun to drive, and just honored to be able to race this weekend. And just the Weichert family is a great family, and I've got to know them pretty well over the last several years, and just very honored to be able to go there and race this weekend, and race in Bob's name in his honor, and just hoping that we can get us one here on Saturday. I just won a lot of big races at Port Royal, and the Bob Weichert Memorial is the only one that I haven't been able to get yet. So I'm just I've come close a couple times since finishing second on two other occasions, but really want to get that win and get that big bullhead too. So that's a really cool trophy.
Yes, it really is. And the thing is crazy heavy. You're going to have to build its own case for it to sit in. The thing weighs so much. But also it comes with a $29,000 payday Sunday night. I mean, how much would that help this team that you're just starting to get back going here?
Yeah, I mean, that would help out tremendously. We're just we're in the building stages again here. So have that extra cash come in would obviously be great. So just gotta try to be on our A game this weekend, and just go out there and put a good solid night together every night. And I think we'll have a shot at winning the thing. So obviously there's going to be a lot of stiff competition there, and there's a lot of guys that get around there really good. So we just gotta make sure we put ourselves in position, and I think we'll have a shot at it.
You mentioned the Weichert family, and Bob Weichert, of course, the patriarch of the family, but I say that to transition to your family. And we've talked a lot about your wife and your little girl, but what was it like to spend time with your mom and dad at the racetrack? You were a racing kid growing up, and now that you're a dad, that has to be pretty special to look back at all that quality time you had with your parents.
Yeah, it's really special, and when I look back at it, I didn't realize how important it was and how special that time meant to me with my parents. Now that I'm a parent, I understand how important that was to me, and also to them too. So just growing up in the sport and spending all that time with my mom and dad, and when I started racing, we raced a lot, and ran up and down the East Coast and spent a lot of time on the road with each other, and every night in the race car shop with each other, and I think just kept me out of trouble, kept me with a good crowd, and very, very special moments. And now I'm in a position that I can share the same deal with McKenna, and since coming back to my team, we've been spending a lot of time with each other at the race car shop. She comes over every day after preschool, and she'll be here at about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night with me, and she'll go home with me later. And she's starting to tinker around with some different stuff, so I think that'll be really cool if she gets involved in doing some race car stuff here in the future. But we can just spend a lot of more time together and have something common. And I don't know, I'm just really enjoying it with her and Megan and my mom and dad, and just one whole big family operation, and it's really special.
Brent, you've talked about that before, your family and how much they mean to you. You haven't really announced a schedule yet. Do you really kind of know where the rest of the season's going to take you, and will the family be able to get to travel with you?
Yeah, I'm going to try to race as much of the World of Outlaw schedule as I can for the rest of the year. I'm just not going to go out to the West Coast with them, so I'll be hitting a lot of the big races around here in Pennsylvania, and as well with the All-Stars, and but really kind of focus on my schedule around what outlaw races I can do, and then the ones that I can, I'm just going to fill in with other races. So, my goal is to get back out in the World of Outlaw Tour, and we're working hard towards that and putting together something that I think is going to be pretty special that hopefully we can announce soon, and that I think are going to surprise a lot of people. But I'm just very honored to be in this position and have the support that I do with all our partners, and just happy to continue our adventure here with Brent Marks Racing.
Okay, you're teasing us here now, and I know you said it's going to be soon, but it can't get here soon enough for us.
I know.
That sounds very exciting. It really, truly does. You've talked about one time being on the World of Outlaw Tour and you said coming off the tour and driving for CJB is giving you more family time. Is there a way, how will you try to juggle and keep all of those balls in the air as you work forward now calling the shots with your own team?
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but, we'll all work together, me and Megan, and we'll figure it out. So we'll just, when I go out on the road and travel, I want to try to take them with me as much as I can. But it's gonna be hard, and McKenna's starting kindergarten here at the end of the year, so we'll just have to kind of figure all that out, for the remainder of the season, and then when the season starts up again next year. But hopefully be able to come travel with me as much as they can, and especially when summertime hits, maybe they can try to do every race, and I really want to try to do that. So I want to do it differently than how I did it before. There was times I was going for 2.5 months out of the year, or 2.5 months at a time, and I just want to make sure that I'm not going that long again, whether they're with me or I get home. So we're just going to try to figure it out, just play it by ear, and just see if we can make it happen.
Are you in a park? We hear birds.
Yeah, I'm waving. I'm actually waving at this bird to try to get it to be quiet, but it won't.
I love it. No, it's funny. That's
sounds like you're right there.
Of the shop here.
Yeah. I was just like, sounds like we went to the park. It's nice. It's peaceful. It's great. I love it. It's fantastic. And Brent loves.
I have no service in my shop, so I'm standing outside.
I see.
Happens to be sitting right here.
Yeah, like when I first heard it, I said, no, I'm not hearing that. And then like recently, I'm like, yeah, I'm hearing a bird. I'm hearing a bird. And of course, we don't know if it's something technically between there and here. But Brent, I'll tell you, we appreciate your success. We appreciate your dedication and commitment to it, and appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here on Wing Nation.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
There we go. Brent Marks joins us from the great state of Pennsylvania. Stay with us. Our Tweet Your Seat tweet of the week and a lap around the sprint car world are coming up.
Power isn't born. It's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain. And we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
We're back here watching Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit, and it is time for the Tweet Your Seat tweet of the weeks. But since we're going back to the Weicker Memorial, we're going to do 2 tweets this week because it's super extra special. And we're going to start off with Mark Turn's tweet of you, Steve, and Mark at the Weicker with the tailgates picture, Instagram, Twitter photo frame. And then, of course, my absolute favorite is me with my man, Baby Brown. Gotta love him. He's a legend.
Yeah, so we appreciate Alicia sending that one in. That is so neat, that's for sure. Let's take a lap around the sprint car world now, and I think this one should be subtitled Great Performances in Sprint Car Racing, because we had a bunch last weekend. None better than the Buckeye Bullet, Dave Blaney, Sharon Speedway, of course he owns the joint, World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. He is the 1995 World of Outlaw champion. Ashley, he passed Sheldon Hodenshield on the last lap to win the World of Outlaw race.
Absolutely freaking incredible. We love Dave, know Dave very well. He now holds a record with the World of Outlaws for the longest gap between wins, 23 years, 7 months, and 2 days. Absolutely incredible. And it's 36 years between his very first win, April 5th, 1985 at Tri-City, Illinois.
Universally
Just so
loved
good to see the Blaneys win.
It is so cool. Universally loved and respected. That's turn number 1. Turn number 2, not to be outdone, Lance Deweese, big number 100 at Williams Grove. His 100th career win. His first win was 1992 at the Mitch Smith Memorial. On Friday night, he started 4th, got a great initial start, and he was leading by the backstretch. Lance winning at Williams Grove, we're used to that, Ashley.
Yes, we are, but we've waited a little bit for this one. It kind of plagued him there for a little bit. He is the 6-time Williams Grove champion, so he has turned some laps there. He also leads the win list over Fred Raymer, who has 90.
Man, I'm telling you what, when you got triple-digit wins at a racetrack, You are accomplishing something, that is for sure. All right, we're talking about great performances. We're headed down the backstretch into turn number 3, Knoxville Raceway. Brian Brown. Now, this gets set up by a rainout last week or the week before, okay? So twin features. Brian's not even waiting until feature time to steal the headlines. Qualifying, a new track record, 14.351. That's averaging 125 miles per hour, and that was only the beginning for Brownie on that night at Knoxville.
Yeah, on the first race, he started third and ended up first in turn 1 before we even got any laps led. Race 2, he led on lap 16 in lap traffic, and that brings his win total 54 and 55 at Knoxville. He's now 5th on the win list, 2 behind some guy named Steve Kinzer, who has 57 wins. So I think Brownie will see that in his future.
I think so too, and he is looking awful good there at his home track. He really is. Could be an interesting month of August for Brian Brown and everybody. We'll see. We get a tune-up with the Outlaws in a couple weeks at Knoxville, see how he stacks up. In turn number 4, and I absolutely love what's happening next week in Western Pennsylvania. It's Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants Western Pennsylvania Sprint Speed Week, presented by J.S. Bova Excavating. Western Pennsylvania is this part of the world, and it's not Ohio, and it's not Central Pennsylvania, and they're waving their hands and saying, we're just as big and bad as everybody else, and they are doing 5 straight nights of racing. Starts Wednesday night at Michaels Mercer Speedway, Thursday night at Thunder Mountain Speedway in Brookville, Pennsylvania, and then, well, Ashley, Friday night means Lernerville in Western Pennsylvania.
It does. And then we kind of skip over into Ohio for Sharon Speedway in Hartford, and then back for Tri-City on Sunday there in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Now, the really cool thing about this is the point fund that they're doing for this little 5-day weekend. $7,500. Plus, they're doing quick time awards, hard charger awards. It's going to be a really awesome week.
Kudos to the folks in Western Pennsylvania who put that together and the tracks that put it all together. This is exciting. This is fun. This is part of sprint car racing, and it's a part that we all love and can't wait to follow along. So there you have it, a lap around the sprint car world. Stay with us. More Wing Nation in just a moment.
I'm not ready yet. All right, I'm ready now.
Hey, Ashley, what are you up to?
I just I just stopped by to pick up my sage fruit apples. Now I just have to decide which ones.
Yeah, okay.
This is what it looks like when you do it.
Ta-da!
Take a deep breath, count to 5. It's like running across a rhythm section at a motocross track.
Mine was perfect.
Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. Continuing on, and, well, we're all in Port Royal as you're watching this. We cannot wait for you to join us. We're doing live stage shows at the stage behind the grandstand at Port Royal. It is the Weichert Memorial. And Ashley, it's your home track. We have a lot planned for the people coming up over the next couple of days.
We sure do, and you're not going to want to miss it. Forget what's happening on the racetrack, because we already know that's going to be spectacular. But we've got cornhole tournaments. We've got my favorite, the donuts. Steve and I pass out donuts Sunday morning, and it is the greatest thing ever. You don't want to miss it.
No, it's going to be great, that's for sure. Tailgating, partying, the All-Star Circuit of Champions are going to be there. We're doing live shows, 5 o'clock Eastern time, both nights, pre-race stage or the stage behind the grandstand, and they will be streamed on Flow Racing's Facebook page and Wing Nation's Facebook page. Saturday night, we're talking a lot of history and Weichert family history, and on Sunday night, we are talking with all the cars and stars, the current drivers from the Pennsylvania Posse at Port Royal and from the Flow Racing All-Star Circuit of Champions. So it is going to be a big, big weekend. You need to follow our social media channels. And, hey, we appreciate you joining us this week on Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit.